Welcome, everyone, to MHS Gym and the hangar for the 2025 IHSA Class 2A Regional Semifinals. And up in the second contest, it will be the Macomb Bombers at the 3 seed facing the 8-seeded Canton Little Giants. Welcome to the McDonough District Hospital pregame show as the game before us here is wrapping up as we speak. About a minute left of this one. It's Farmington and Rock Ridge, and Farmington going to fall to Rock Ridge here shortly. Rock Ridge in control 71-38. But we welcome you to what will be the Macomb Bombers at 23-5 out of the Prairie Land Conference, and the 11-19 8-seeded Canton Little Giants in the 2025 IHSA Class 2A Regional Semifinals here on the McDonough District Hospital pregame show. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. And the Bombers trying to get win 24 tonight on their campaign, and Canton trying to get win number 12, failing to get out of the regional quarterfinals the last 2 years. They got a bye into the semifinals, and they look to get out of it for the first time in a while. And the Canton Little Giants hungry to beat Macomb here tonight, as the Little Giants have defeated or have lost to the Macomb Bombers twice already this year. The game prior to this one, 74-38 the final. Rock Ridge defeating Farmington in the first semifinal. So one part of the puzzle is complete, and the Rock Ridge Rockets are into the championship. We're going to take a short break. Back with more on the McDonough District Hospital pregame show from Learfield. America's original March Madness on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by.
Planning for your financial future? Seth Minner at Edward Jones is here to help. Personalized strategies, smart investing, and a plan built for you. Seth Minner wishes the best of luck to the Bombers in the IHSA postseason.
At McMillan, Henningfit, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication, because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henningfit, and DeJody, your community, your law firm in Macomb.
Louderman Auction and Real Estate. 4 generations of experience, a tradition of results. Contact them at 309-833-5543 or www.louderman.com. Louderman Auction and Real Estate, where family is everything. Abram Olson Country Financial in Macomb. Abram is available to help you with your insurance and financial needs, and he enjoys helping friends and neighbors in the Macomb area protect what they have and prepare for their future. Stop in and see him today at 1601 West Jackson Street in Macomb.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Welcome back to the hangar and the IHSA Class 2A Regional Semifinals, Round 1 of the postseason of 2025. Upcoming here, the 3-seeded Macomb Bombers at 23-5 out of the Prairie Land Conference, set to take on John Gersnich's 11-19 8-seeded Canton Little Giants. And the Macomb Bombers looking for their 3rd win over the Little Giants this year. 2 games have been in the books. December 26th, that in the first round of the Macomb Western Holiday Basketball Tournament. Macomb won 46-32. And just about a week and a half ago, Macomb on the 15th of February won 47-41. All-time series against Canton, 45-60. Canton leads the series, but Macomb with the 3-win streak on Canton as of now. And they have the 13-10 home record. Again, this is all-time, dating back to the early 1900s of the program. Macomb has a 13-10 home record against the Little Giants, and they're trying to get win number 14 tonight. We have an action-packed pregame show here for you tonight. We will hear from Coach Jeremy Anderson here in the pregame show, get his thoughts on the upcoming matchup tonight. 3rd time they're playing the Little Giants this year. We'll talk about last year's Elite Eight with him and the ride that the Bombers went on just a couple of minutes away from the IHSA state finals, and we will break this one down for you as well. It's the Bombers and the Canton Little Giants here, Round 1 of the IHSA Regional, and the Macomb Bombers seeking back-to-back regionals for the first time since 2008-2009, and both those teams under head coach Dan Watson. And course, they beat Rushville in 2008, 71-54 in Pittsfield to win the 2008 regional, and the 2009 regional beat Rushville again in the semifinals in West Hancock, 45-37. That was at Rushville. So the Bombers trying to go back-to-back here, and they have the home floor advantage to do so. The Orange Crush on hand below tonight. It is an orange out theme for the first game of the regional finals, and the Macomb Bombers trying to get to the finals. Rock Ridge just punched their ticket. They won 77-34 in the first game here tonight, where you are listening to the McDonough District Hospital pregame show, and the Macomb Bombers set to battle the Canton Little Giants. We're going to take a short break. Back with more on the McDonough District Hospital pregame show from Learfield.
Sometimes the best healing happens at home. MDH Home Healthcare provides skilled services to children or adults in need of nursing or therapy services. MDH Home Healthcare covers McDonough County and portions of Fulton, Hancock, Schuyler, and Warren counties. Specialized expertise in wound care, IV medication administration, medication teaching, and orthopedic care is available to patients in their own home. Visit MDH.org to learn more about home healthcare. The care you need, the comfort of home.
Welcome back to the Hangar at MHS Gym. We got about a minute left in the session break here at the Hangar as the Bombers and the Little Giants prepare to take the floor as the Canton Little Giants just emerged from the locker room, and John Gersnich in his second year at the helm of the program, 2 years at the top. He is 20-40 in his career at the helm of the Canton Little Giants. Of course, he was a longtime coach at East Peoria, and he was their athletic director there as well, and he's got a rich coaching history throughout the area here in West Central Illinois. The Bombers under head coach Jeremy Anderson, his 13th season at the helm of the program, 220 and 138 in 13 years. He's assisted by Brian Langworthy and Zach Keene. And Jeremy Anderson 5 wins away from becoming the all-time winningest head coach in Macomb boys basketball program history. Bill Hurdy, the all-time wins leader with 225. Hurdy 225 and 118. And the third, Jeremy Anderson sitting behind Bill Hurdy with 220 and 138. And, of course, in the third place is Dan Watson, 161 and 65, 2003 to 2011. Hurdy, 1953 to 57. So 5 wins away from becoming and tying the all-time winningest coaches in school history, 6 from becoming it for Jeremy Anderson. We're about 15 minutes away from the opening tap of this one. And the Bombers and the Little Giants have taken the floor here at the Hangar tonight. And a big one on hand as the Bombers try to get to back-to-back regional finals and have a chance to make their 30th game the best. And, of course, the famous saying, 29 games make 30 at the best. Well, the Bombers have to make 29 the best before 30, and that is going to be the focus tonight here at the Hangar. We're going to take another break. Back with more on the McDonough District Hospital pregame show from Learfield.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
The McDonough District Hospital pregame show rolls on here from the Hangar. 3-seeded Macomb Bombers and the 8-seeded Canton Little Giants about to get rolling here in about 13 minutes. The Bombers hosting their first regional since the 2018-2019 school year. That was back when Macomb was, of course, in Class 3A. And that was also back when you hosted a quarterfinal round as well. You hosted all 3 games of the regional. Macomb lost in the quarterfinals to Washington. And, of course, that Washington team coached by the late Kevin Brown. Washington beating Macomb in that one 41-36. And the number 1 team in the state of Illinois, Peoria Notre Dame at the time in Class 3A, rolls to victory over Washington and over Richwoods. 58-38 over Washington, 53-48 over Richwoods to claim the regional title. Been over a decade since Macomb's hosted a 2A regional, 2013-2014 school year. And, of course, Macomb got the opening round bye. They played Knoxville in the semifinals, beat Knoxville by 18, 58-40, and lost to Monmouth Roseville in the title game in a thriller. It was a sold-out MHS gym. There wasn't a seat left in the gym. And the final of that one, 62-61. And I can vividly remember sitting across the way from where you're looking at on your screen on the far right-hand side of the bleachers. Me and my dad were about 10 rows up. They were probably about the last two seats in the gym. And I will never forget the atmosphere that night. It was something special. Bombers and the Rockets, or Bombers and the Monmouth-Roseville Titans battled out in that one, and Monmouth-Roseville got the best of Macomb in that battle. Bombers and the Canton Little Giants coming up here in about 11 minutes and 50 seconds. The Bombers ready to host their second regional in a decade, their first one since 2013-2014, and a big opportunity awaiting them, trying to get to back-to-back championships for the first time since the 2003-2004 school year. That was the last time Macomb won back-to-back regionals. We will take a break. When we return, we will have Jeremy Anderson on the pregame show. We'll talk to Coach Anderson about this one and all the highlights and more of this regional semifinal. This is the MDH Communication. This is the McDonough District Hospital pregame show from Learfield.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Back on our pregame show, our coach's thoughts presented by McDonough District Hospital, and Coach Anderson talking about the pregame here against Canton, round one of the regionals. And Coach, the regular season flies by, and here we go, and America's original March Madness underway right here at the hangar.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for us to be able to host a regional this year. You know, last year we went over to Farmington, and that championship game, man, we had a great crowd. We had fan bus, and the kids really came out. So I'm hoping that since it's here at home, we can get a really good student body to come to the game. I think our guys, the players, are really excited to be able to host it also. Just a pride factor. You know, we've been pretty successful at home the last couple of seasons, so we can use that to our advantage. But it's going to be really tough, especially Canton playing it for the third time.
Yeah, Canton under John Gersnich. I know you guys have had a long-standing relationship, two people that have coached basketball in this area for a long time. And particularly, what do you like about John's team? And they get up and down the floor very well.
Yeah, they're really disciplined. They're really well coached. They're going to be tough and physical defensively. There's going to be no easy baskets. They mix up their defenses where sometimes they'll switch, sometimes they won't, sometimes they'll play a little zone. But baskets are going to be hard to come by. Offensively, they have some firepower. I think it starts with Otto. He's a really good dribble drive guy, and they have good shooters around him, and so it's going to test our habits defensively. They run really good sets to put those guys into good positions to score, and so we're going to have to be really solid, and our defensive communication is going to be key. We really have to do a good job of talking.
Going to be looking for big games out of Holthouse, Conley, Hogue. LB will be back for this one. Kind of those guys you were a little bit missing there, a couple guys at Monmouth, and hopefully a full roster tonight.
Yeah, we're anticipating that everybody's going to be ready to go. We need our three guards, right, Braden, Drew, and Malachi, to carry us. They've carried us offensively the whole season, and we need that to happen again tonight. Now, we can't just rely on taking jump shots, however. We're going to make some jump shots, hopefully, but we've got to be able to move the ball, find the open man, and then play from that point, right? We can't settle for the first available shot. We've got to try to get the best available shot. Now, against Canton, that's going to be tough because, like we said, they're really physical defenders. But we're going to have to be disciplined enough to run our stuff so we can get those good looks.
Canton, one of those kind of odd teams that's in Class 2A now, but they play a 3A schedule in the Mid-Illini, and you know that coming into this one, they're going to be tough, and they always are, playing those bigger schools, Pekin, Morton, and teams like that.
Right. They have to be really physical, right, to survive in the Mid-Illini. And so they learn how to use their bodies to get open. They learn how to defend without fouling by using their bodies. They learn how they have to be disciplined defensively, not to give up, an exorbitant number of points each game where they go and play the Metamores and the Mortons and the Dunlaps of the world. And so I think that does give them an advantage when they come down to a 2A regional. We have to be able to step up in physicality. We have to be able to step up in urgency and understand that every single possession is going to matter.
This senior group has been through a lot over their 4 years, and they got to experience a great ride last year as well, and a lot of them stepping into new roles. How much do you kind of mention last year and say, let's go fight to win another one here and have the opportunity for the first time in a while to go to back-to-back regionals?
We haven't talked a lot about that. I will mention it every once in a while when I'm trying to make a specific point about something that happened, that our veteran players should be able to rely on that experience to help us get through the next thing. I think a guy like Langdon Lambert obviously was a senior on the team last year that didn't get a lot of playing time on that team because we had those 3 post guys that were seniors ahead of him. He used that experience that he got in and day out practices. He has improved dramatically throughout the course of the season, especially on the defensive end of the floor. But, Braden and Malachi and Drew were all starters on a team that played in the Elite Eight, right? And so they should be able to handle any moment that comes to us. You don't play in a bigger moment in our world than that, right? A chance to go down to the state tournament. So anything after that should be not easy, but they should be comfortable in those positions. And we have to use that to our advantage.
And I know the other thing you kind of preached was fresh opportunity. Everybody's 0-0, and it depends, who comes to play tonight and who wants to get the job done more.
Oh, absolutely. I know that's the old saying is you start back 0-0, but it's really true. Your regular season record means nothing now. You have to be able to bring it each and every possession. That's what's going to come down to. Postseason games, typically they're half-court, slugfest type games where you have to be able to execute your offense and keep the other team from getting easy baskets. And if we can do that, then we feel good about against whoever, Canton or whoever we're going to play. But it's a lot easier said than done, and that's what we're going to have to do tonight.
Give us a few keys to the game to get the victory over the Little Giants here tonight.
Well, we always talk about trying to eliminate the other team from getting second chance baskets, from getting free throws, and from getting transition baskets. We feel like we could keep them in the half court and force them to have to run their half court offense against our set defense. We feel good about being able to keep them under a manageable number of points allowed. If we can do those 3 things, keep them off the glass, keep them off the foul line, keep them out of transition, then defensively we'll be okay. Now, offensively, we're going to have to really work to get the ball close to the basket. Like I said, we cannot settle for a lot of long jumpers. We have to play from the inside out, and Canton's going to make it tough for us to do that.
Well, Coach, we're excited for tonight and the opportunity to have the home game here at home. And game before us just wrapped up, and you got a little bit of a different advantage this year. Last year we were the first game, and then you got to turn around and watch the second game. How much will you watch that first game here tonight and also be paying attention to your guys' game right afterwards?
Yeah, you have to try to cover every base, right? You have to try to make sure that you've planned for every contingency. Luckily, we can use the video, right, if we really need to go back and watch some stuff later on. We'll have a little bit of an idea going in, but then our main concentration is going to be on Canton. And, of course, if we don't buy that one, there isn't another game. So that's where we'll put most of our effort and concentration and see how it goes.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight, and we look forward to watching a good ball game here in front of a big crowd in the Class 2A regional semifinals.
Thank you.
All right, that's Coach Anderson, and our coach's thoughts brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. We'll take a short break. Back with more from the hangar and the IHSA Class 2A regional semifinals after these local messages. You're watching the Bombers Sports Network.
Sometimes the best healing happens at home. MDH Home Healthcare provides skilled services to children or adults in need of nursing or therapy services. MDH Home Healthcare covers McDonough County and portions of Fulton, Hancock, Schuyler, and Warren counties. Specialized expertise in wound care, IV medication administration, medication teaching, and orthopedic care is available to patients in their own home. Visit MDH.org to learn more about home healthcare. The care you need, the comfort of home.
The madness is here and the stakes are high.
The Macomb Bombers are flying high after an Elite Eight run and look to take their first step on the road to Champaign. Standing in their way is the Canton Little Giants in a winner-go-home showdown. It's America's original March Madness, and it's now on the Bombers Sports Network.
Welcome, everyone, to America's original March Madness State Series competition, and it's winner go home tonight. The 3-seeded Macomb Bombers at 23-5 take on the 11-19 Canton Little Giants in a showdown here at the hangar tonight. Good evening, everybody. Justice Keene, so happy to have you with us for the America's original March Madness. No one else can claim it. This type of stuff started right here in the land of Lincoln, and we're happy to bring you Bomber coverage every step of the way. You're watching the McDonough District Hospital pregame show, and the Macomb Bombers, after an Elite Eight ride last year, they come into tonight flying high. They may have lost to Monmouth Roseville on Friday night, but they rebounded with some great practices and high energy. Jeremy Anderson preached that we have to have the best second chance opportunity in the state. They have a chance to prove it tonight and get their fire back against a hungry Canton Little Giants squad under John Gersnich. The Bombers trying to get their 24th win on the year. They're hungry to come into tonight's game, and we're about a minute away from the opening introductions. This one's going to be a fun one tonight. Macomb, we have to do the same things we've done last year. We have to ride the wave. We got to play 4 minutes at a time, and we got to play our style of basketball. And we also, one of my keys to the game tonight, don't think. Macomb overthought that game at Monmouth Roseville. They thought way too much about all sorts of different situations. Go out, have fun, lay it on the line. Everything I have, I gave. This is one of the last opportunities to prove everything you got tonight. Everything I have, I gave needs to be the mentality. And everything is lost that you didn't give. So the Bombers, they're looking for a first-round win and trying to get to back-to-back regional titles. Let's go to the PA announcer here at MHS Gym. That's Doug Bradley tonight for our starting lineups and opening introductions. You've been watching the McDonough District Hospital pregame show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hangar on the campus of Macomb Community Schools for tonight's Game 3 semifinal against the guest on the scoreboard, the Little Giants of Canton High School. Taking on your Macomb High School Bombers. We're going to begin tonight by honoring our country with the playing of our national anthem.
We're ready to meet our starting lineups. Again, you're watching the McDonough District Hospital pregame show. It's the 3-seeded Macomb Bombers and the 8-seeded Canton Little Giants. The first round of the IHSA Boys Basketball State Series competition. The Macomb Bombers and the Little Giants. For Canton, Logan Nichols at 1 guard. Second guard, 10, Lakin Otto. Third guard, 21, Colin Johnson. 1 forward, 24, Miles Hoops. And down low, 42, Zeke Gandy. John Gersnich, the head coach for Canton, in his second season, record 2 years, 20-40. Let's send it down to the scores table. Meet the starting lineups for your Macomb Bombers here in the IHSA 2A Regional Semifinals.
Now the starting lineups for the Macomb High School Bombers. Number 1, Drew Lofside. That guard, 5'8", senior. Number 5, Malachi Conley. That guard, assistant 1, senior. Number 12, Ryan Headhouse. And in the middle of the Bombers, the 6'3", senior. Number 25, Landon. The Bombers are coached by Mr. Jeremy Anderson.
We are ready to get fired up here at the MHS gym. Tonight's officials, Brian Sorrell, Sean Strachan, and Tony Ware. Jeremy Anderson, 13th year at the helm of the program, 220 and 138. Brian Langworthy and Zach Keene, the other two assistant coaches for the Bombers. Bombers in the home whites, Canton in the road purples. Bombers, Little Giants. Strap yourselves in, folks. This is America's original March Madness on the Bombers Sports Network. Up and underway, the Little Giants control the opening tap, and we get fired up from the Bomber cheer squad just to our right. America's original March Madness up and underway at the hangar tonight. Good to have you with us. Bombers trying to advance to their regional title game back-to-back years. Into the front court, it is Miles Hoops drive off the left side of the front court, and it will be Bomber basketball. Their first look at the arrow. Drew Watson to inbound to Braden Holthouse. 21 regional championships in program history for the Macomb Bombers. They look to add 22 this week. Hogue in the front court, feeds left corner, finds Malachi Conley. Conley ahead, left front court, brings it back to the top of the arc. Conley left side over to Watson. Watson looking. Bombers move it around here. Opening quarter of America's original March Madness, the regional semifinal out of the Macomb Regional. Lambert in the right corner, looking back to the top of the arc for Braden Holthouse. Holthouse ahead to Drew Watson. Scoreless 60 seconds into this ball game in the semifinals. Lambert looking for the open man, finds Holthouse. Holthouse thought about a shot, didn't take it. He'll feed to the right corner and find Nolan Hogue. Bombers move it around here, round the arc. Conley with it, left front court, back to Holthouse at the top of the key. 6:35 to play. Lambert to Watson for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Nolan Hogue, the big man. Swatted away. Holthouse's shot is blocked. Hogue able to pick it up. Left court is Conley, able to reset the offense. Jeremy Anderson off the bench directing traffic along with Zach Keene and Brian Langworthy. Right court, Conley to the basket. Swatted away, grabbed by the Little Giants, and they'll push from our right to left. Out of bounds, and it will be Bomber basketball, and the Orange Crush on their feet tonight. Bomber basketball, they'll go the other way with it. Into the front court goes Holthouse. 2 minutes into this game, we're still scoreless. Right court is Watson. Watson over to Conley. 5:57 to play in the opening period. Holthouse at the top of the key. Feeds right corner, finds Lambert. Bombers running their traditional offense here, being patient with it. Holthouse from 15 feet, he got it. Holthouse gets the Bombers on the board, and they strike first in the IHSA regional semifinals. Holthouse a key to this ball game tonight for this Macomb squad. Back the other way, it is Zeke Gandy. Gandy ahead now to Lakin Otto. Otto back outside the arc. In the front court, Otto ahead now. It is Miles Hoops with it. Hoops in the front court. Hoops back outside. Ahead for Johnson. Colin Johnson ahead to Zeke Gandy. Gandy in the lane. Swatted away, grabbed by Malachi Conley. On the break, ahead into the right front court. Conley with a drive to the basket. Lays it up, scoring a foul. Malachi Conley, a huge basket there, and will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. First foul going to be on Colin Johnson, his first, team first as well. And Conley, this to complete the three-point play, got it. 5-0 run for the Macomb Bombers to start this contest tonight. 4:57 to play in the opening period. Bombers 5, Canton 0. IHSA 2A regional semifinals from the hangar in Macomb. Into the front court, it's Zeke Gandy. Gandy at the top of the key. Gandy looking for the open man. Colin Johnson kicks ahead to Miles Hoops. Hoops with a drive in the lane. Turnaround toss-up, no good. Put back, Colin Johnson, he got it. Colin Johnson puts it up and in, 5-2. Back to a one-possession game. Good start for the Macomb Bombers tonight. Conley left court. Conley to Watson, top of the key is Holthouse. 4:15 to play, 5-2. Right corner is Watson. Watson guarded there by Nichols. Watson double team to a wide open. Lambert lays it up and in. And it's a 5-point lead once again for the Macomb Bombers. Lambert on the board for the first time tonight. Outside perimeter now. It is Nichols with a drive. Keeps it outside perimeter. 3:45 to play. Orange Crush is getting noisy tonight. They're going to be energetic all night long. Lakin Otto with it. Into the front court. 3:37 to play. Otto finds a path. Pulls up from 15 feet. Missed it. Tapped off the back iron and a whistle and a foul on Canton. Zeke Gandy picks up that foul. His first personal, team second. Holthouse brings it up the floor from our left to right as we see it here courtside in the IHSA 2A regional semifinals from Macomb. The last piece to the puzzle for this regional championship. Top of the key, Watson. Watson looking. Right corner now is Lambert. And an offensive foul. Nolan Ho going to be charged with the offensive foul. His first, team first as well. And Canton takes it back. Canton into the front court for Miles Hoops. Hoops looking now with 2:57 and a whistle and a foul. Malachi Conley going to pick that one up. His first, team second. Canton back into the front court. Lakin Otto with it. Otto ahead now to Miles Hoops. Ball comes loose. Picked up by Nichols for three. Got it. Nichols gets the first three of the game for the Little Giants, and it's a 2-point game all of a sudden. Going to be back and forth all night. Canton hungry to get out of the semifinals in the first round of the regional. Holthouse fires a three. Can't get it to go. Rebound Lakin Otto. They'll push the other way from our right to left. Otto with it. To the basket. Swatted away. Nolan Ho got it. Ahead to Holthouse. All by himself. He got it. Jeremy Anderson says, finish the job, and he does. Bombers 9, Canton 5. Canton resets the offense. Johnson with a drive. Outside left corner. Hoops for three. Missed it. Rebound Watson on the break. From our left to right, he runs across the midcourt logo. Watson drives into the paint. Kicks out. Right corner three. Holthouse. Missed it. Off the front iron. No good. Rebound Little Giants. Hoops with it from right to left. Otto brings it into the front court. 1.5 to play here in the first quarter. 9-5. Otto with it. Looking, long pass to Nichols. Nichols back to the corner. Otto for three. Got it. Lakin Otto got it. His first three of the night, and it's 9-8. Back the other way for Conley. Conley in the left corner. Back to top of the key for Holthouse. Holthouse, right corner, Nolan Hogue, 49-8. Conley with it, front court. Back to Drew Watson, ahead to Langdon Lambert. Bombers move it around here with 40 seconds to play. Bang! It's a three ball from Nolan Hogue. Banks it in, the bank open. Hogue gets it to go, and the Bombers keep on rolling to a 12-8 lead. Miles Hoops with it. Hoops back into the front court for Lakin Otto. 19-5 to play. Canton can hold for the last shot if they choose. 15 seconds to play. 12-8 Macomb by 4. First round of the IHSA Regional Semifinals at the hangar here in Macomb. 5 seconds to play. Down to 4. Colin Johnson in the corner. Johnson with a drive to the basket. Lays it up and in. 3/4 court shot won't go. End of 1 quarter. Macomb 12. Canton 10 after these local messages on the Bomber Sports Network.
Macomb Bomber postseason basketball on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by.
Looking for the perfect postgame spot? Sports Corner at 124 in Macomb has you covered. Great food, ice-cold drinks, and a game day atmosphere like no other. Head to Sports Corner at 124, where Macomb comes to celebrate.
At McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody, your community, your law firm in Macomb.
We owe you a station identification, so let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on Bomber basketball from Learfield.
This is Brian Barnhart, voice of the University of Illinois Fighting Illini, and you're watching the Bomber Sports Network.
The Macomb Bombers will open with the possession arrow tonight. In the second quarter, Canton won the opening tap, and the Bombers get it in. Watson to Holthouse, and Holthouse moves from our left to right as we see it courtside here at the hangar. Bombers moving right along, clinging to a 2-point lead. They're playing good in the early stages. Conley fires a three, can't get it to go. And the Little Giants will get their first look at the basketball here in the second quarter. Into the front court for Otto. Zeke Gandy to the basket, and we're tied at 12. First tie part of the game tonight. Left corner is Watson. Watson ahead to Conley. Conley back to Nolan Hogue in the right court. LB down low, trying to get to the basket. Turnaround toss-up won't go. Out of bounds, and it will be Canton basketball. Into the front court for the Little Giants. Miles Hoops with it. Hoops ahead now. It is Lakin Otto from 15 feet in the lead. Lakin Otto with 5 on the night now. And a 14-12 advantage for the Little Giants. To the basket. In and out, no good for Watson. Able to get it back. Brings it out into the left front court. Watson resets the offense with 6.5 to play in the first half. LB at the top of the key. Left, right corner now is Watson. Watson with it with 6:20 to play with a drive onto the left block. Back to Nick LB at the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Conley able to grab it, and he's fouled in motion.
It's the Little Giants. Picking up the personal there is number 3, Gavin Otto.
Gavin Otto going to pick up the foul, his first, team first as well. 6:15 to play in the second quarter. 14-12. Canton with their first lead of the ball game here tonight. They lead by 2. Holthouse into the right court. Ahead to Nolan Hogue. Ball tapped around. Canton basketball. Langdon Lambert going to return. Nick Elby comes out, gets a breather. Malachi Conley going to check in as well. He'll come in at the next dead ball. 6:03 to play. 14-12. The Bombers trailing by 2 in this 2A regional semifinal. Otto to the basket. Up no good. Off the back iron and out of bounds, and it will be Bomber basketball. So Conley going to come in and out of the dead ball. And the Bombers will push the other way, left to right. Watson. Left corner, Nolan Hogue. Conley into the right court. Back to Hogue and Conley. 5:35 to play. 14-12. Holthouse at the top of the key with a drive, a floater, and a blocking foul. Count the basket, it's good. Braden Holthouse will go to the line for one.
The personal there is Miles Hoops.
And the foul will be charged to Miles Hoops. Hoops first, team second. And the free throw up and good as well. And the Bombers take the lead back, 15-14. 5:20 to play, 15-14. The Bombers clinging to a 1-point lead. Colin Johnson. Johnson to the top of the key. Johnson with a drive. Outside looking. It is Gavin Otto. Otto with it in the front court as we hit the 5-minute mark of the first half. Lakin Otto with it. The two brothers, the sons of Jeff Otto, longtime Canton coach and athletic director at Farmington, also a Farmington boys basketball coach. Very successful tenure. Zeke Gandy can't get the turnaround toss-up to go. Watson in transition. Trying to go to the basket. He's tangled up, out of bounds, and it will be Canton basketball. Jeremy Anderson saying we got to relax here. 4:45 to play, 15-14. Bombers hanging on by 1 in the IHSA 2A semifinals. Zeke Gandy. Gandy at the free throw line. Ahead now to Miles Hoops. Ball comes out loose. No travel violation called. Zach Keene just got off the bench, and he's having words with the officials. And an offensive foul nonetheless. Turnover Canton. Miles Hoops picks up his second foul, team third. Bomber basketball from our left to right. Holthouse waiting for directions from Jeremy Anderson. 15-14, Bombers hanging on by 1 as of now. Right corner is Lambert. Lambert back to the top of the key, Watson. Watson with a drive. Back out left corner is Conley. Conley, 360, floater from 10 feet, missed it. Rebound, Zeke Gandy able to secure it, and the Bombers back on the defensive end. Zeke Gandy to the basket, he got it. Gandy with 4 on the night, and it's 16-15 Canton. Left corner now is Holthouse. Holthouse ahead to Hogue. Hogue to the basket. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Colin Johnson, and the Little Giants push ahead. Otto to the left court. Gavin Otto, his brother. Back outside to Lakin Otto. Missed the 3. Rebound Bombers, and they'll go the other way with it. Watson with a drive to the hoop. No foul called. Canton pushes the other way, trying to extend their lead. Left, right corner 3. Missed it. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Malachi Conley. Jeremy Anderson says, slow it down. We got to play our pace. 2:58 to play. Macomb trailing by 1, 16-15. Right court is Nolan Hogue. Hogue looking. Cross-court pass to Holthouse, and it'll be on the floor.
Whistle against Colin Johnson.
So Colin Johnson will be picked up that foul, his second, team 4th, so 1 away from shooting some free throws. Out of bounds for the Bombers. Left court is Lambert. Lambert ahead to Malachi Conley. Conley to Watson. Watson drives, kicks out to Lambert, to the basket, lays it up and in. Lambert with 4 on the night, and the Bombers lead back to 1. 2.5 to play in the first half. Canton across midcourt. Lakin Otto with it. Into the front court now, it is Logan Nichols. Nichols ahead to Colin Johnson. Johnson with a drive. Down low, turnaround, toss up, and a whistle and a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Canton. Langdon Lambert going to pick that one up, his first, team first as well. 2 shots for Easton Lusk. First one on the way, missed it off the front iron. .2:14 to play in the first half, 17-16. Second one on the way, missed it. Used every part of the rim. 17-16, Macomb by 1. Holthouse to bring it across the logo at mid-floor. Lead by 1. Bombers need to find a way to extend the lead here quickly. Hogue looking for the open man, and an offensive foul. And Braden Holthouse going to pick up an offensive foul. His first, team second. And Canton retains possession. (17-16). Macomb bench chirping at the officials. Floater won't go for Lakin Otto. Ahead now for the Bombers. Watson into the right court. 360. Looking for the open man. Conley for 3. Missed it. Taps out to Conley, chasing after it. And a backcourt violation. And this Macomb bench, they are chirping tonight. And Jeremy Anderson might need to turn around at some point and just tell the coaching staff on the bench, enough is enough. Just let Coach Anderson do the coaching tonight. Officials do the officiating. Canton will bring it up into the front court. Cross the line. 1:20 to play. 17-16. Lakin Otto with it. He'll push ahead to Logan Nichols. Nichols in the front court with a drive. Floater, 15 feet. Missed it. Air ball. Canton on the rebound. Lakin Otto. Floater to the basket. Tapped around. Gandy trying to put it back up. And a whistle and a foul. Hogue will pick up his second. That's a guy you don't want in foul trouble, and team third. Zeke Gandy going to the line for 2. The first one up, missed it. And Nolan Hogue going to have a seat with 2 fouls. Cooper Hobson coming in. Bombers 17, Canton 16 in the IHSA 2A regional semifinals. Second one, got it. We're tied at 17.
Canton High in game number 13, Brady Anderson.
Tie ball game at 17, our second tie of the night. 1 minute to play in the first half of this second 2A semifinal in the IHSA Macomb Regional. Conley, right court. Resets back to Holthouse at the top of the key. Watson looking, back out to Holthouse for 3. Got it! Braden Holthouse buries it with Watson on the assist, and the Bombers back ahead by 3 with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Into the front court, it's Lakin Otto with it. Otto with the midcourt logo. Canton can have the last shot if they want it. Bombers on the defensive end. It's Holthouse and Watson in the front court. Logan Nichols with the basketball. 15-5 to play. Top of the key, Lakin Otto. Otto directing traffic with 9.8 to play now. 20-17. Otto with a drive at the free throw line. 360 moves. Still on the outer part with 3 and 2. Otto tapped around. Conley from midcourt. Missed it. Almost went in. And the Macomb Bombers are going to cling to a 3-point halftime lead. What a first half here in this semifinal. Absolutely entertaining tonight. And the Bombers holding on by 3. We'll be back with the Abram Olson Country Financial Halftime Show after these local messages. This is the Bombers Sports Network. Macomb Bomber postseason basketball on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by.
Looking for the perfect postgame spot? Sports Corner at 124 in Macomb has you covered. Great food, ice-cold drinks, and a game day atmosphere like no other. Head to Sports Corner at 124, where Macomb comes to celebrate.
At McMillan, Henning Fent, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication, because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henning Fent, and DeJody, your community, your law firm in Macomb.
Planning for your financial future? Seth Minner at Edward Jones is here to help. Personalized strategies, smart investing, and a plan built for you. Seth Minner wishes the best of luck to the Bombers in the IHSA postseason. Louderman Auction and Real Estate. 4 generations of experience, a tradition of results. Contact them at 309-833-5543 or www.louderman.com. Louderman Auction and Real Estate, where family is everything. Abram Olson Country Financial in Macomb. Abram is available to help you with your insurance and financial needs, and he enjoys helping friends and neighbors in the Macomb area protect what they have and prepare for their future. Stop in and see him today at 1601 West Jackson Street in Macomb.
And with that, we welcome you to the Abram Olson Country Financial Halftime Report. Abram Olson Country Financial, you can contact him at 309-836-2885, locations here in Macomb. Macomb hanging on by 3, folks. This is going to be a ride to the finish line, and that's what Jeremy Anderson talked about in the pregame interview, that Macomb has to play very, very well if they want to beat Canton for the 3rd time this year. It's hard enough when you play them twice. It's hard enough when you play them in the first round of the holiday tournament. It's even harder when you play them in the first round of the IHSA 2A regionals here on your home floor. Bombers doing a nice job, though. They've got the scoring column. Holthouse hitting the 3 there late in the second quarter, giving the boost that Macomb needed. And we talked out in the pregame show about riding this wave. Well, Macomb, they have to ride the wave in the second half. There's going to be highs and lows in this ball game tonight, and it's going to be a lot of those before this night is all said and done. But as the Bombers learned during their Elite 8 run last year, that's just part of the experience. So I'm sure Jeremy Anderson going to tell these guys in the locker room, hey, we're up 3, but nothing is promised. We got to keep doing what we're doing and find a way to get a couple shots to fall and pull away and get in the win column here tonight. The Bombers 20, Canton 17. Here are your halftime numbers here on the Abram Olson Country Financial Halftime Show. Nolan Hogue with 3 for Macomb, 3 for Conley. Braden Holthouse leading the way for Macomb with 10, and 4 points for Langdon Lambert, 20 in total. For John Gersnich's Canton Little Giants, Logan Nichols with 3, 5 for Lakin Otto, 4 for Colin Johnson, and 5 for Zeke Gandy. And Canton 1 of 4 from the charity stripe tonight. Macomb 2 of 2. And that's another thing we have to mention here. Free throws win ball games. Particularly, free throws win postseason ball games. Every possession counts. And that is something that we saw last year. Look at Peoria Manual, for example. They missed all those free throws down the stretch. It costed them the ball game in the end. Same thing here tonight. Every free throw matters. Every jump shot matters. Every 3 matters. And it's all part of that wave that both teams have to ride throughout the IHSA postseason, throughout the regional and the IHSA postseason every single year. So the Bombers, they lead at 20-17. We'll take a short break. Back with more on the halftime report. About 6 minutes left here in the break. Back with more on the Abram Olson Country Financial Halftime Show after these local messages. You're watching the IHSA Class 2A Regional Semifinals from Learfield. America's original March Madness on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by.
At McMillan, Henning Fent, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication, because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henning Fent, and DeJody, your community, your law firm in Macomb.
Abram Olson Country Financial in Macomb. Abram is available to help you with your insurance and financial needs, and he enjoys helping friends and neighbors in the Macomb area protect what they have and prepare for their future. Stop in and see him today at 1601 West Jackson Street in Macomb.
Sometimes the best healing happens at home. MDH Home Healthcare provides skilled services to children or adults in need of nursing or therapy services. MDH Home Healthcare covers McDonough County and portions of Fulton, Hancock, Schuyler, and Warren counties. Specialized expertise in wound care, IV medication administration, medication teaching, and orthopedic care is available to patients in their own home. Visit MDH.org to learn more about home healthcare. The care you need, the comfort of home.
About 4.5 left here in the halftime break. Macomb 20, Canton 17. So glad to have you along with us tonight. America's original March Madness. Can you believe it, folks? The regular season is already in the books, and Macomb searching for win number 24. Macomb, they have not won back-to-back regionals since 2003-2004. Stronghurst Southern in the semifinals in 2003. Lewiston in the championship. Macomb beat Stronghurst Southern 34-27. They beat Lewiston 46-27 to claim that regional title here at the hangar. Lost in the sectional to the number 4 team in the state at the time. That was Quincy Notre Dame. 18-10, that was Coach Dan Watson's first year at the helm of the program. And the Bombers, again, trying to go back-to-back for the first time since 2003-2004. Those were actually, excuse me, I misspoke there. 2003-2004, both those regionals were at home. So Macomb's trying to win the regional on their home floor for the first time since 2003 and 2004 year. They're trying to go back-to-back for the first time since 2008-2009. So large gaps there between the last time Macomb went back-to-back and the last time Macomb won one on their home floor. Of course, we touched on in the pregame show that Macomb hosted in the 18-19 school year. That was Class 3A basketball, though. And, of course, Jeremy Anderson talked about how he doesn't miss those days, and I don't either, respectively. That was some big-time basketball, and Macomb's obviously a 2A school. Back in 2A, 2014 was the last time Macomb hosted a 2A regional, of course, losing to Monmouth in a thriller in overtime by 62-61 in front of a sold-out MHS gym. So the Bombers trying to get regional plaque back-to-back for the first time in over a decade, nearly 2, and they have a chance to do it, but they got to get by the Little Giants of Canton. First, we take one final break. Back with the second half. You're watching the Abram Olson Country Financial halftime show from Learfield. America's original March Madness on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by
At McMillan, Henningfit, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henningfit, and DeJody, your community, your law firm in Macomb.
Abram Olson Country Financial in Macomb. Abram is available to help you with your insurance and financial needs, and he enjoys helping friends and neighbors in the Macomb area protect what they have and prepare for their future. Stop in and see him today at 1601 West Jackson Street in Macomb.
The Bombers emerging from the locker room. They're hanging on by 3, 20-17 here at the break, and they're getting their final shots up here. About 2 minutes left in the halftime break, and the Bombers trying to hang on, and the coaches emerge from the locker room, and Macomb trying to get the job done here in the semifinals and get to the championship game. 1:40 left here in the break. Canton and the Macomb Bombers getting their final shots up. John Gersnich out there getting some final words into his team. Of course, John Gersnich, a Canton alum himself. He was a 3-sport athlete in high school. And then he was also the head men's basketball coach at Spoon River College, of course, 1998 to 2005. All-time winningest head coach in Spoon River College history, and 2-time coach of the year in 02 and 05. So he has had a very, very successful coaching tenure, and he has seen basketball at every single level. Before the second half gets underway, let's pause 10 seconds, allow our network affiliate stations to identify themselves. Back in 10 seconds for station identification on Bomber Basketball from Learfield.
This is Brian Barnhart, voice of the University of Illinois Fighting Illini, and you're watching the Bomber Sports Network.
And again, our thanks to the voice of the Fighting Illini, Brian Barnhart, our good friend in Champaign, for recording our station identification last week on his road trip in New York City at Madison Square Garden. So again, our appreciation to Brian, and we wish him the best of luck in the March Madness NCAA with the Fighting Illini. 8 minutes on the clock, 16 minutes to play. The winner to face Rock Ridge at 7 p.m. on Friday night for a regional plaque right here at the Hangers. Here we go. Strap yourselves in, folks. This is second half basketball on the Bomber Sports Network. Up and underway. Canton controls the opening possession from our left to right. We get fired up from the Bomber cheer squad. Just to our right. Underway in second half action from the Hanger. Miles Hoops with a drive. Turnaround toss up and a whistle and a foul. And the Bomber faithful does not like the call. And Nolan Hogue picks up his third foul, and he looks up and holding his head in absolute disbelief. He's in foul trouble now. First one up and good for Miles Hoops. 20-18, and Nolan Hogue will be forced to take a seat now with 3 fouls. And frustrated as he comes off the court, don't blame him. Second one for Hoops is good. He got it, 2 of 2. 1-point game as we get the second half underway here. Just seconds in. 7:40 of the third quarter. Back on the offensive end, the Bombers push. Conley in the right corner. Brings it up, free throw line. Back outside, it's Lambert. Lambert to Watson at the top of the key. Watson looking, trying to find a path to the basket. Watson out to Lambert. Lambert to Conley for 3. Missed it. Didn't even touch the rim. Rebound, Watson to the basket. Put it up and in. Drew Watson going to put the basketball team on his back tonight. And he says, I'm not going home without a fight. 22-19, the Bombers back by 3. Gandy to the basket at the other end. Can't get it to go. Ball tapped around. Grabbed by Hobson. Watson on the break. 2-on-1 to the basket. Now it's 3-on-1. Watson to the basket. In. He got it. 24-19, and the Bombers pull away at the beginning of the second half. 24-19. 6:43 to play. Canton with the basketball. 24-19. They trail the Bombers. Turnaround, toss up, swatted away. Grabbed by Malachi Conley. Conley, 2-on-1 break to the basket. Up and good. Timeout, John Gersnich. First one of the night, and the Bomber faithful rise to their feet. They say applaud these gentlemen. 26-19, what a start in the second half for the Macomb Bombers. We'll pause for a quick break on the Bomber Sports Network. Macomb Bomber postseason basketball on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by.
Looking for the perfect postgame spot? Sports Corner at 124 in Macomb has you covered. Great food, ice-cold drinks, and a game day atmosphere like no other. Head to Sports Corner at 124, where Macomb comes to celebrate.
At McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication, because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henning, Fint, and DeJody. Your community, your law firm in Macomb.
IHSA 2A semifinals here from Macomb, and the Bombers, how about them? They come out hot and ready to go in this second half. It must have been a good halftime speech because they came out ready to play. The most fire they've shown tonight, and what a great time to do it. 26-19, the Bombers in control here. They lead by 7. Canton out of their timeout, 6:30 to play in the third quarter. Just getting underway out of the locker room here in the second half. Right corner now. Colin Johnson. Johnson with it. Brings it back into the front court. Johnson from the free throw line. Tapped away. In control by the Little Giants. Miles Hoops with it. Hoops ahead to Otto. Hook shot won't go, and a foul called. That foul on the Little Giants. That is on Zeke Gandy. Gandy's second personal, team first. 26-19, 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Holthouse, top of the key, Watson. Watson drives, spin move to Lambert to lay it up and in. He got it. And the Bombers' lead is 9. Lambert to the basket. He's got 6 on the night. 28-19, 5:37 to play in the third quarter. Outside perimeter. Logan Nichols with the defensive pressure. Nichols back at the top of the key is Colin Johnson. Johnson on the reset. Otto with it in the front court now with 5:20 to play. 28-19. Canton needs a basket. Swatted in midair by Holthouse. Lambert grabs it in midair. Feeds to Conley from our right to left. Conley listening to traffic directions from Jeremy Anderson. Holthouse with it. Feeds ahead to Cooper Hobson. 4:57 to play. Lambert with it. In the front court now is Holthouse. 4:53 to play. 28-19, the Bombers in control. Conley with it. Right front court. Back to Watson at the top of the key. Watson looking. Holthouse now at the top of the key for three. Yes! 31-19, and the Macomb Bombers electric out of the locker room. Timeout, John Gersnich again. Back-to-back timeouts, and John Gersnich says, I need to kill some momentum because this gym has awoken for the night, and it is officially a home game, folks. 31-19 out of the locker room. What a start for the Macomb Bombers. They needed to find energy at some point tonight. They officially have. Incredible. 12-point lead now. And it will be Canton basketball out of the timeout. So Canton basketball at the midcourt line. Colin Johnson to inbound. 31-19 Bombers. 4.5 to play in the third quarter. Top of the key now for the Little Giants. Corner now is Colin Johnson. From the left corner, he drives at the baseline. Tosses one up, no good. Rebound down low. Turnaround toss up, still no good. Rebound Langdon Lambert. He'll push ahead to Braden Holthouse. Holthouse across midcourt. 4:05 to play. At the tip of the wing. Now top for Lambert. Lambert to Watson. Watson on the left block. Watson loses control of the basketball and he's fouled. Logan Nichols going to pick up that foul, his first, team second. Watson, right front court, left to Holthouse. 3:50 to play in the third quarter, 31-19. Macomb by 12. Jumper from the free throw line, Holthouse. Used every part of the rim, didn't go. Out of bounds, stays with Macomb. .341 to play, 31-19. Macomb by 12. Watson, right corner. Brings it ahead. No look pass to nobody. That pass was intended for Derek Carl, just to our left. That pass was intended to you. Pass was for you. Didn't have his hands ready. 3:27 to go. 31-19. The Bombers back on the defensive end. Into the front court. It's Lake and Otto. Otto ahead to Miles Hoops. Hoops, 360 move. Did he travel? No, he's fouled. And the Orange Crush, I don't think they liked it. That's going to be on Lambert. Lambert's second. Team second as well. And Hoops will get 2 free throws. The first one on the way, missed it. Off the back iron and no good. Canton been held to just 2 points in the third quarter thus far. Both of those free throws from Miles Hoops. Hoops at the line here for one more, trying to get this one to drop. 31-19, missed it off the left side of the back iron. Conley on the rebound. Ball comes out loose. Race for it. Conley able to secure it. To the hoop. Did he go? He's fouled. Gavin Otto going to pick up the foul, his second, team third. And Conley's going to get 2 free throws. First one's got it. 32-19. One more to go here. Conley second. Missed it. Off the front of the rim, no good. Picked up by the Little Giants. Bombers will push the other way. Otto on the defense. Takes it to the basket. Puts it up and in. Didn't have any problem with the Bomber defense there. Otto takes it all the way. Lays it up and in. 32-21. First basket of the quarter for the Little Giants. Front court is Conley. Left corner now is line ball. Line ball to Conley. Conley into the right court. Fires a three. Missed it. Hogue on the rebound. Ahead to Holthouse. Can't get it to go. And the Little Giant to go the other way with it. Top of the key now. Miles Hoops with it. Ahead to Lake and Otto. Otto to the corner for three. Bang! Logan Nichols, the man who drains it. 32-24. Canton trying to chip away at the Bombers' lead. Bombers holding on right now, 32-24. A lot of energy out of the locker room on the Macomb side. Line ball, right court now is Holthouse. 2:03 to play in the third quarter. Conley with a drive to the basket. And he's fouled again in motion and will get two more free throws.
Whistle against Kansas.
Miles Hoops going to pick up that one. It's going to be his third. Team fourth. Officials slick spot on the floor there, and Conley going to get two free throws. First one up is no good. 32-24. LB coming in for Braden Holthouse. No. LB comes in. I didn't look up and see who he came in for in time, though. Second one from Conley is good. 33-24. Three ball the other way. No good from Logan Nichols. Rebound Nolan Hogue, and the Bombers reset the offense going the other way. 33-24, the Bombers in control in this 2A regional semifinal. Hogue. Conley, toss up, won't go. He's fouled again, and he's going to get two more free throws, and Macomb in the bonus. Gavin Otto going to pick up his third, and Conley going to get two free throws. First one up, he got it, and the lead to double digits. Second one, got them both. The lead to 11, 35-24 at the hangar. Cross court now for Lake and Otto. Otto in the front court. Left side now is Gavin Otto. Tapped away. Grabbed by Malachi Conley. On the break to the basket. He goes. Swatted away and grabbed by the Little Giants. Bombers up the defensive pressure. And a whistle and a foul in the left corner. It's going to be on Drew Watson. Watson's first. Team third. Out of bounds for the Little Giants underneath their own basket here. 1:06 to play in the third quarter. Left corner is Logan Nichols. Back out top for Gavin Otto. Otto ahead now. Lake and Otto with it in the front court. Right side, looking, back to the top of the key for Miles Hoops. Hoops ahead, scoring a foul, Lake and Otto. And Otto will get one free throw. Holthouse will pick up his second, team fourth. Lake and Otto with it. First one up, and he got it. No problem. 35-27. 50 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Left corner now is Watson. Watson looking. Back top of the key. Line ball for three. In and out, no good. Rebound for the Little Giants. They'll push ahead the other way. Lake and Otto cross the 10-second line. Otto into the right court. 35-27, 28-5 to play in the third quarter. Colin Johnson going to wind down the clock. Nolan Hogue staying ready. Jeremy Anderson directing defense from the bench. 15 seconds to play in the third quarter, 35-27. Colin Johnson in the left court. Hogue on the defensive end. Got to be careful with 3 fouls. Ahead to Lake and Otto. Jumper, got it, buries it. Lake and Otto buries it before the horn. 2 seconds, 1, and a half-court shot. Doesn't matter, it wouldn't count if it went in. 35-29, the Bombers with the advantage out of the early stages of the quarter, but Canton not going away yet. 1 quarter to go in this semifinal after these messages on the Bombers Sports Network. From Learfield.
Macomb Bomber postseason basketball on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by.
Planning for your financial future? Seth Minner at Edward Jones is here to help. Personalized strategies, smart investing, and a plan built for you. Seth Minner wishes the best of luck to the Bombers in the IHSA postseason. Louderman Auction and Real Estate. 4 generations of experience, a tradition of results. Contact them at 309-833-5543 or www.louderman.com. Louderman Auction and Real Estate, where family is everything.
And before we get the fourth quarter underway, we pause 10 seconds for station identification. From Learfield.
This is Brian Barnhart, voice of the University of Illinois Fighting Illini, and you're watching the Bombers Sports Network.
Well, here we go, folks. 8 minutes. Rock Ridge has already punched their ticket to the championship with a 77-34 win over Farmington earlier tonight. And here we go. The opening inbound for quarter 4. And the Bombers open with the arrow from our right to left. Holthouse into the front court. Bombers hanging on here with a 35-29 lead. Left corner is Malachi Conley. Conley with it. Ahead to Lambert. Down low. Wide open. Hogue. He put it up and in. 37-29. And the Bombers get the first basket of the fourth quarter. Bombers up the pressure. Lake and Otto with it in the front court for the Little Giants. Colin Johnson. Johnson to the right corner. Lake and Otto drives to the basket. No good. Ball comes out loose. Tie up for it. Malachi Conley able to pick it up. And Ed Fulkerson, the Dean of Students, sitting right there next to the student section, applauds him and says, "Great job, great hustle." I don't know if he was out of bounds. Of course, I can't see it this far away, but it was close. 37-29. Minute into this fourth quarter, winner to the regional finals to play Rock Ridge on Friday night. Lake and Otto into the front court. Top of the key now. He'll feed cross to Gavin Otto. Otto with it. Left side back ahead to Logan Nichols. Nichols into the front court. They'll switch. Miles Hoops with it now. Lake and Otto with it. Finds a drive. Spin move with the right block. Ball comes out loose. Otto able to chase it down before it goes out of bounds. Double team now. Hogue and Holthouse there in the front court. Almost could have been a travel. Colin Johnson with it. Johnson with a drive and a travel. .6:27 to go, 37-29. Fourth quarter here at the hangar. Holthouse bringing it across the Bomber at mid-floor. Bombers set the offense here into the hands of Holthouse. Turnaround. 360s fouled in motion. And he'll get 2 free throws. Colin Johnson going to pick up that foul. His third, team first. Holthouse for 2 here. The first free throw, and he got it. Nothing but net. 9-point lead. Second one is up, and he got it. Used every part of the rim. Bombers extend the lead to 10, 39-29. .6:05 to play. Canton with the basketball. Into the right court. Lakin Otto. Otto with it. Keeping it on the outside perimeter. Jumper up, and he missed it. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Malachi Conley feeds ahead to Braden Holthouse. Jeremy Anderson says relax. Let's run some offense. Holthouse into the front court. Now to Watson. Watson at the top of the key. Left court now is Braden Holthouse. 5:37 to play. Holthouse with it. Double teamed in the corner. Lambert at the top of the key. Lambert looking. Right court is Conley. Conley trying to find a path, and he is tripped up. And Malachi Conley gets up. He's okay. And it will be Canton basketball with 5:28 to play in the fourth quarter. 39-29. Good to have you with us tonight. IHSA 2A regional semifinale. Final piece to the puzzle. Here in the Macomb regional, winner gets Rock Ridge at 7 o'clock on Friday night. Corner three won't go for Lakin Otto. Holthouse to walk it up the floor here. 5 minutes to play in the contest. Bombers by 10. Lambert at the top of the wing of the logo. Left court is Watson. Watson ahead to Nolan Hogue. Down Hogue, look. Up, and he got it. It's Lambert who puts it up and in. 41-29. Lambert has been the Bombers' weapon tonight down low, making the big plays when they need it. Into the lane goes Hoops. Hoops looking. Back outside, Gavin Otto. Right court now, a drive from Colin Johnson. Johnson, spin move, toss up, no good. Rebound Hogue. Watson on the break. Brings it into the left court with 4:20 to play. Jeremy Anderson takes a timeout. His traditional one at the 4:20 mark. We'll pause for one quickly as well. Back after these local messages. You're watching the Bombers Sports Network.
America's original March Madness on the Bombers Sports Network is brought to you by
Louderman Auction and Real Estate. 4 generations of experience, a tradition of results. Contact them at 309-833-5543 or www.louderman.com. Louderman Auction and Real Estate, where family is everything. Looking for the perfect postgame spot? Sports Corner at 124 in Macomb has you covered. Great food, ice-cold drinks, and a game day atmosphere like no other. Head to Sports Corner at 124, where Macomb comes to celebrate.
We return out of the Jeremy Anderson 30-second timeout. 4:20 to play in the fourth quarter here on our Sports Corner postgame show. Is next. We'll have live reaction from Jeremy Anderson following this one. Bombers in control, 41-29. Winner to the championship on Friday night at 7 p.m. here at the hangar to face the Rock Ridge Rockets. Watson, right court, back to the top of the arc for Nolan Hogue. Conley with it, top of the key, feeds to Hogue. Hogue looking, back top of the key is Watson. 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Ball tapped in midair, loose on the floor, picked up by Colin Johnson of Canton. Ahead, Nolan Hogue chases it down, going to stay with Canton. Great hustle by the Bombers. (41-29) with 3:54 left as the ball goes deep and is thrown out of bounds, and it will be Macomb basketball. Orange Crush says fundamentals, and the Bombers will take it back underneath the Canton basket. 3:50 to play in this one. Holthouse to bring it up the floor here. Take his time. Bombers can use that clock, wind it down a little bit as well. Into the right corner for Watson. Watson ahead to Lambert. Left corner now is Hogue. Hogue looking. Back to the top of the arc for Holthouse. Right court is Conley. Conley back. Top of the key, Holthouse. Bombers moving around here and wind down some clock in this 2A semifinal. Lambert looking. Back to Holthouse. Jeremy Anderson directing traffic. 3:18 to play. Hogue looking for the open man. Back to Holthouse at the top of the key. 41-29, the Bombers in control here tonight on the Bombers Sports Network. Holthouse with it to Hogue. Hogue with a path, the drive to the basket, lays it up and in. 43-29, Nolan Hogue on the board again tonight. Bombers extend their lead the other way. The basket up, no good. Grabbed in midair by Nolan Hogue. Jeremy Anderson says relax with it. 2:45 to play. Bombers trying to advance to the regional final. Ball loose on the floor. Hustle tie up for it. And it's going to be Canton basketball. 2:41 to play. So Canton basketball, 2:41 to go. Winner to the championship Friday night plays Rock Ridge. Top for the key now. It is Lakin Otto. Otto with it. Right corner jumper, missed it. Hogue on the rebound. He'll push ahead to Malachi Conley. 2:23 to play. Conley on the right side. Ahead to Braden Holthouse. Holthouse looking for Hogue, finally finds him. They go back and forth, and a whistle and a foul. Second team foul on Canton, second also on Logan Nichols, number 1. Bomber basketball on the far side of the floor here with 2:15 to play. Holthouse gets it deep into the backcourt. Brings it across the logo and the timeline. Hogue with it, and there's another foul. Canton still with one more to give. That will be on Lakin Otto, his first. Team third. Holthouse to bring it up the floor once again. One more foul to give if you're Canton, then you're one away from shooting free throws. Hogue to Watson. Watson looking. Lambert at the free throw line. Left corner Hogue. Bombers swing it around the outside perimeter. Conley with a drive and a whistle and a foul as Conley hits the floor. Logan Nichols going to pick up a foul, his third, team fourth. Macomb one away from the bonus, and now we have some perspiration on the court. Langdon Lambert going to go out there and wipe it up. We get a round of applause from the Orange Crush. We're ready. Holthouse to inbound with 1:52 to play in the regional semifinals. Watson in the left court. 1:40 to play in the IHSA 2A regional semifinals. Into the front court is Watson. Watson ahead now. And a foul in the back. That on Miles Hoops. And Macomb enters the bonus. That's going to be Hoops' fourth, team fifth. And we will shoot free throws the remainder of the night. Lambert going to be the free throw shooter for the Bombers. The first one is up. Got it. 44-29. The second free throw up, missed it. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound Canton. They'll go the other way with it. Lakin Otto into the front court. Right corner now in a foul. Miles Hoops with the basketball. And that's going to be on Hogue, his fourth. Team first. Cooper Hobson going to return for Jeremy Anderson. Langdon Lambert going to take a seat. 44-29, 1:24 left in the semifinals. Nichols with it. Pull-up jumper for three. Missed it. Rebound Malachi Conley, and he's fouled. Gavin Otto going to pick up his fourth. So Gavin Otto's fourth. And Conley going to shoot two here. First one up, it's good. 45-29. The second one good as well, 46-29.
Number 3, Isaac
Conley out there along with Cooper Hobson, Drew Watson, Langdon Lambert, and Isaac Lineball, the new 5 for Macomb. 1:10 to play, 46-29. The Bombers in control. Tapped around in the left court. Lake and Otto with it. Otto back outside now. Drive, free throw line. Gavin Otto with it. Ahead to Lake and Otto outside right court. Pull-up jumper, 3 on the way. Colin Johnson won't go. Grabbed into the right court by the Little Giants, Lake and Otto. He fires a 3. Can't get it to go either. Rebound. Bombers, it's Drew Watson to bring it up the floor. 35 seconds left in the contest. Line ball to Lambert. Lambert in the front court with it. 25 seconds to play. "17 seconds left, and the Bomber fans rise to their feet. Jeremy Anderson says, applaud these young men. They are going to the regional finals. On, Macomb, fight on to the IHSA Class 2A Regional Championship on Friday night against the Rock Ridge Rockets, 46-29 over the Canton Little Giants. Jeremy Anderson, Brian Langworthy, and Zach Keene all embrace the Bomber coaching staff right there, and that was a doozy. And the Bombers hang on tonight, and the Bomber fight song rolls on by the Bomber cheer squad in the background. And they move on to the regional championship on Friday night, 7 p.m. here at the Hangar in Macomb. We'll pause for a short break. And we'll be back with the Sports Corner postgame show after these local messages.
America's original March Madness on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by Planning for your financial future? Seth Minner at Edward Jones is here to help. Personalized strategies, smart investing, and a plan built for you. Seth Minner wishes the best of luck to the Bombers in the IHSA postseason.
At McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody. Your community, your law firm in Macomb.
Louderman Auction and Real Estate. 4 generations of experience, a tradition of results. Contact them at 309-833-5543 or www.louderman.com. Louderman Auction and Real Estate, where family is everything. Abram Olson Country Financial in Macomb. Abram is available to help you with your insurance and financial needs, and he enjoys helping friends and neighbors in the Macomb area protect what they have and prepare for their future. Stop in and see him today at 1601 West Jackson Street in Macomb. Looking for the perfect postgame spot? Sports Corner at 124 in Macomb has you covered. Great food, ice-cold drinks, and a game day atmosphere like no other. Head to Sports Corner at 124, where Macomb comes to celebrate. When you need compassionate care and trusted service, Dodsworth Piper Wall and Funeral Home in Macomb is here for you, honoring lives with dignity and respect since 1925. Dodsworth Funeral Home, serving our community with care.
And we welcome you to the Sports Corner at 124 postgame show here on the Bomber Sports Network. The Macomb Bombers, they hang on tonight, and it took all 4 quarters in this one, and the Bombers pull away and defeat the Little Giants of Canton 46-29. We talked about riding the wave at halftime, and boy, did the Macomb Bombers do just that. And they win at 46-29, and the Orange Crush was electric tonight, and we're going to need a good student section here on Friday night and just bring this home atmosphere. Just the opportunity to host, very special. And when the IHSA gives you an event like this, you hope your hometown crowd shows up, and the community did tonight. And wonderful to see that here tonight at the Hangar. Macomb going to back-to-back regional championships. They'll play the Rock Ridge Rockets here at the Hangar on Friday night. That game is scheduled for 7 p.m. And the Bombers trying to advance out of the semifinals, or the championship, rather, for the first time back-to-back since 2008 2009. Jeremy Anderson's going to make his way up here first tonight. No, he's not. So he's going to go to the locker room. Jeremy Anderson going to talk to his team. We're going to pause for a quick break, add up some numbers here. We'll be back with final numbers, and then eventually Coach Jeremy Anderson. This is the Sports Corner at 124 Postgame Show on the Bomber Sports Network.
Bomber Basketball on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by Alan Thompson State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance needs, stop by today for a free quote or give them a call at 309-833-2400. You can also visit them online at www.allansf.com. Like a good neighbor, Alan Thompson is there. Backtown Fitness, Western Illinois' exciting new outlet for fitness. Experience fun, interactive workouts led by licensed expert trainings and a supportive community. Ready to elevate your fitness game? Visit a recovery room and start your journey today at Mactown Fitness in Macomb. Ron Elby Auto Sales. Elby Auto Sales, family owned and operated, located at 1525 East Jackson Street in Macomb, offering you the best quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop in or visit us online at lbsellscars.com to see our full list of inventory. Bomber Basketball on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by Pumo Insurance Agency. Let their friendly, experienced, and knowledgeable staff help you find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it be home, auto, life, agriculture, individual, or group insurance, they've got you covered. Pumo Insurance, 19 East Side Square in Macomb. At Bedwell Tree Service, they take pride in their longtime roots in McDonough County. Serving Western Illinois, they offered expert tree care with competitive fees and outstanding results. Trust the local team with a stellar reputation. Bedwell Tree Service, your leading Macomb tree care provider. You're in good hands with Macomb Allstate agent Stacy Foxall. For a free insurance review, call Allstate agent Stacy Foxall at 309-837-3233 today.
At McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody Law Firm, they put your needs first. Their experienced attorneys in Macomb are here to fight for you. Trust in their dedication because your case deserves the best. McMillan, Henning Fint, and DeJody, your community, your law firm in Macomb.
Bomber Basketball on the Bomber Sports Network is brought to you by Abram Olson Country Financial in Macomb. Abram is available to help you with your insurance and financial needs, and he enjoys helping friends and neighbors in the Macomb area protect what they have and prepare for their future. Stop in and see him today at 1601 West Jackson Street in Macomb. The YMCA in McDonough County. The YMCA has tons of programs to offer and are now enrolling for their fall session. Check out their website for more information at www.macombymca.org or contact them at 309-833-2129. The YMCA in McDonough County, now open 24/7 for those 18 years or older. Looking for your next vehicle? Kunis Country has the best deals on new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Friendly service, unbeatable prices, and a huge selection. Visit Kunis Country today and drive home happy. Stop and see them at 3200 East Jackson Street in Macomb. You're watching Macomb Bomber Basketball on the Bomber Sports Network. Need reliable insurance? Tom Conklin State Farm has you covered. Whether it's auto, home, or life insurance, Tom and his team are here to protect what matters most. Call today and get a free quote from your local trusted insurance agent at 309-837-1200 or stop in at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. Harry Masato Golf Course. The Harry Masato Golf Course at Western Illinois University has been serving the campus community and the city of Macomb for over 50 years. Stop out and see what the Harry Masato Golf Course has in store for 2024. Macomb, your perfect ride is waiting at UM Autos. Discover top-notch service and models all right here in your hometown. Visit UM Autos in Macomb today, where quality meets the road, at 230 West Jackson Street in Macomb.
I want to welcome you back to the Sports Corner at 124 Postgame Show, and good to have so many of you with us tonight, and we look forward to having you again with us on Friday night for the IHSA Class 2A Regional Championship. We'll have that game for you right here on our streaming platforms of YouTube and Facebook, and we look forward to having you with us then. Let's get to some final numbers here before this night is all set and done. 7 points for Nolan Hogue, 4 for Drew Watson, 11 for Malachi Conley. He was huge in that third quarter. Braden Holthouse leads the way for Macomb tonight with 15. He did a great job tonight for Macomb. And, of course, that opening three ball out of the gates there in the early third quarter, and then the three ball prior to the halftime break, huge for Macomb. Langdon Lambert adds 9 for Macomb in their 46-29 victory. 6 points for Logan Nichols. Lakin Otto added 12, 4 for Colin Johnson, 2 for Miles Hoops, and 5 for Zeke Gandy. Canton's season comes to a close tonight. They finish with a record of 11-20. John Gersnich, 2 years at Canton now, 20-41 in his coaching career at Canton. And the all-time series for Macomb and Canton, dating back again to the beginning of the program here at Macomb and Canton, since these two first started playing, 46-60. Macomb now 14-0, or 14-10 rather, at home against Canton all time, and they're on a 4-game win streak against them. And Jeremy Anderson is making his way up. He's going to get some love to his family. And really nice showing tonight for the Macomb Bombers, and this one a big time tonight. And kind of what the Bombers needed to do tonight, and they finished the job 46-29. And the Bombers are moving on to the regional championship. And again, they'll seek their first back-to-back regionals on Friday for the first time since 2008 and 2009. And then they look for to win their first regional at home since 2003 and 2004. So we'll see how it all plays out. Jeremy Anderson going to join us here shortly. And once again, this is the Sports Corner at 124 Postgame Show. And a reminder, we'll have live coverage for you on Friday night of the IHSA Class 2A Regional Championship with coverage beginning just before 7 o'clock. We'll probably join you at 6:30. We'll do a half-hour pregame show like we did tonight. And then we will join you for the broadcast with the tip scheduled for 7 p.m. Going to be a really good one. And Rockridge, of course, a good team. We'll talk to Coach Anderson about that here shortly. And the Bombers are certainly going to have to bring the energy, bring the fire, and try to get a victory tonight, or Friday night, over the Rockridge Rockets. Jeremy Anderson has made his way over here. Coach, you got me?
Absolutely.
All right. Congratulations, first of all.
Oh, thank you.
And you guys go to back-to-back regional championships for the you'll seek your first back-to-back regional on Friday, first time since 2008, 2009. And you guys, big second half for you guys out of the locker room, and you got to be proud of the way your team responded in that second half.
Yes, defensively, we kind of locked in a little bit better. Thought in the first half we had a few breakdowns where we might have over-scouted ourselves a little bit, where we were trying to do a lot of switching and then ended up with bad matchups, where instead of having Braden and Drew on number 10 and number 1, all of a sudden now it's Nolan or Langdon on number 10 and number 1, and that's not feasible for our defense. So I thought we made a little bit of an adjustment there to keep our better defenders on their more aggressive perimeter players. And Malachi made some huge plays there in the third quarter, and Drew made a couple really nice plays in the third quarter to get us some easy baskets, right? And so that's always nice to see. Open things up a little bit. And then the fourth quarter defensively, we were really solid. I don't think they scored in the fourth quarter.
They did not.
So that was really good to see.
Langdon Lambert also with 9, and Langdon's been one of those players that, kind of like Nolan we've talked about, that does those little things that, again, may not show up in the scoring column in the end of the night, but they add up for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Big-time plays.
There's no doubt about it. Langdon Lambert is by far our best post defender. Not only just like guarding a guy in the post, but when it comes time to what we call hover a ball screen, where he has to help on the guy that has the ball until the guy who is guarding that player gets through the screen. Langdon does an outstanding job of that. By far the best guy that we have doing that. And the way Canton runs their stuff, they do so much of that that was big for Langdon. And he made some buckets tonight, and he made his free throw, and I thought he was getting really confident. And so it's nice to see him. Man, he's improved a ton, right?
100%.
And I think his experience last year, having to deal with Dion and Ian and Big Jake and practice all the time really paid off for him also.
Absolutely. You guys hold kind of their big guys to very few points. Zeke Gandy with 5 tonight, 2 for Miles Hoops. What were you guys kind of focused on defensively with their bigger guys down low?
Well, it's tough because you have to spend so much energy and attention on number 10 and number 1. And so you have to bring help to those guys. They do a really nice job of seeing the floor and getting the ball low. That's kind of the second level, right, when you have to help the helper. And we were late and tardy and not seeing some of those rotations, especially in the first half, of getting over there and helping the helper. It's something we worked on, but sometimes guys have a tendency to just stare at the ball or stare at their man. They don't see both the way they're supposed to.
The Canton finishes 11-20 on the year. We've talked about this several times. That record's very, missed.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can't look at that and judge their
season.
season.
We said that uptown. I'll say it again. If the rest of us in this subsectional played Canton's schedule, we'd have very, very similar record. I thought they were tremendously underseeded,
100%.
and that's not just me saying that because we were the ones that had to play them, or we played them 3 times. I saw them play several times against Dunlap and East Peoria and teams in the Middle Illini, and competed right with them. right? And I know what they were capable of, and I think Coach Gers does a really good job. He's building that program back up, and they got some younger kids that, our sophomore team, the day we went over there, struggled against them, and so it's going to be a battle. We get to play them again next year.
So it's going to be really fun to see how that Canton group grows. Rock Ridge Friday night championship here at the Hangar. It'll be the first time you guys play in a championship at home since 2014. Of course, we remember that night. Sold out here.
Yeah, you couldn't have fit another person in here with a shoehorn. That's one I'll never forget, Justice. I see it still in my nightmares. Up 10 with a minute to go. We missed 6 consecutive free throws, any one of which means Monmouth Roseville probably has to make a 3 at the buzzer to tie it. But we missed 6 consecutive free throws. They go down and score every time. A buzzer beater to tie it at the end of regulation. Anything that could go wrong went wrong. We had some silly turnovers. We missed point-blank shots at the basket. We had guys fall down, and their man all of a sudden got a bucket. We broke Jacob Billiter free on the press breaker, threw him the ball right here in front of the bench. There's nobody between him and the basket. Probably puts the game away. He bounces the ball off his foot out of bounds, and then Monmouth hits a buzzer beater to beat us in overtime after being up 10 with a minute to go. That's one I'll never ever forget.
Yeah, I won't either. I mean, I was little here. I mean, that was one of your first couple of years here, one of my dad's first couple of years here.
That was our second year teaching here when that happened. You could not have gotten another person in here probably with fire code.
And I remember sitting about 10 rows up on the right-hand side over there, and it was pretty neat. But
wild. And I have the DVD downstairs that I like to show the guys every once in a while and say, this is how this felt when we had, that intensity in here. Good. Thank you.
Thank you. So Rock Ridge on Friday night.
Good job, man.
What do you guys have to do to prepare for the Rockets?
Well, they're tough, right? They have 5 guys out there that can score, and we're going to have to try to limit that somehow. And I'm not sure exactly. I'll probably be up most of the night trying to figure out a plan on what looks good and how we do things and how that compares to what they're going to do. I think their team starts with Landon Bull, but then you have Kuniko that can bury any open shot and bury shots that are contested too. And so, but then defensively, they're really sound. I think they guard very similar to how we try to guard, but the difference is they're so long that they cover a lot more territory than we do. And so it's going to be a challenge, but I think it's one that our kids will really look forward to and have a lot of fun with.
It shouldn't take much convincing for people to come out to this game, but I guess what's your pitch to get the community out here and get this place packed on Friday?
It's similar to what I was trying to tell our guys, in those dog days, the time between the holiday tournament and the time the postseason starts, you kind of refer to those as the dog days of the season because you can sort of see what's coming, but then you can't. It's still a little bit ways away. And so my message was always, you can't take any of this for granted. You never know when this isn't going to happen. Next time this won't happen. Look at the really good group we had with Farr and Bickers and Leighton Holthouse and Natoa and Connor was on that team. Both Connors were on that team, that got to play only 14 games. They only got to play 14 games. They never had a chance to experience that situation. So don't take any of it for granted, man. Enjoy it while it lasts and go out and compete and have fun.
100%. We'll see you on Friday night. It's going to be a good one and should be a lot of fun. And Old Olympic Conference Championship.
Absolutely.
All right,
and I'm sure there'll be some feelings left over from sectional finals last year, too.
Oh, yeah. So. All right, very good.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That's Coach Anderson on our Sports Corner at 124 postgame show. Our coach's thoughts postgame brought to you by Sports Corner at 124. And the Macomb Bombers 24-5 now on the year. And they advance to Friday night's championship finale against the Rock Ridge Rockets. We'll be with you at 6:30 p.m. here on Friday night from the Hangar in Macomb, Illinois. And that'll begin our pregame coverage. We'll talk to Coach Anderson the pregame, break it all down for you, and broadcast back-to-back regional championship games right here on the Bombers Sports Network. So grateful. Every night I get to put this headset on, and I'm even more thankful that I get one more opportunity to broadcast a regional title game one more time again this year, and very thankful for it. So we will see you on Friday night at 6:30 p.m. with the tip at 7 p.m. It's the Macomb Bombers and the Rock Ridge Rockets. And we also let you know this broadcast has been an exclusive presentation of Bomber Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of the broadcast or any other pictures or descriptions of the game without the express written consent of the Bomber Sports Network is prohibited. Our sports director, Justice Keene, our audio and technical producer, cameraman Rich Fowler, And we will see you on Friday night, live from the hangar here. The Bombers 24-5 on Macomb Fight On to the regional championship. We'll see you Friday. Live coverage at 6:30 p.m. We say, go Bombers, and we'll see you for a regional championship on Friday night.